Ross Traver. Welcome back to our Exploring the Psalms series where we are walking through Psalm 23. Today, I just have one verse for you, and it's the fourth verse in Psalm 23. David writes this: "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." There's a lot of amazing stuff just in this one verse, but the main thing I wanted to point out to you is that God's presence in our lives removes all fear. God's presence in your life removes all fear. King David shares that even though he walks through the valley, he would not fear. Why? Because God is with him. It's this beautiful truth that God's plan isn't to keep us in the valley, but to guide us through the valley. Many of us in our lives, we're going through some stuff. We've received bad news or something just terrible happened to us. And we ask the question, God, what are you doing? Or God, where are you? David is aware that when things happen in our lives, that those questions come up. And that we feel like we don't know what to do and we're grasping around for some knowledge, but we can't get any knowledge. David shares in those moments of not knowing what to do that he doesn't fear because he knows that God is with him. And it's the beautiful truth for a believer in Christ to know that your Father is with you at all times. If you have children or grandchildren, you know what it's like when they hurt their knee or they don't know what to do. They come up to you and they're looking up to you, asking you to pick them up and comfort them. David shares that God, as our shepherd, does that. And he does it in two ways. David shares that his rod and his staff comfort him. A staff for a shepherd guides his sheep so that they wouldn't fall into a precipice or fall into trouble. And the rod in his other hand was to fend off attacking animals or enemies. And it's this beautiful truth that God is both providing and guiding us and protecting us from all of our enemies. The Apostle Paul writes in Ephesians 6 that our battle isn't with enemies of the world, but spiritual enemies. And God, our Father, is protecting us and guiding us. And it's this beautiful truth that where God is, we should also be. And God is with you. And so him being with you means that you can have complete confidence in him even though you are walking through the valley. So, my encouragement through this verse is to remind yourself that God is with you and he's guiding you and he's protecting you. He's doing both. It's not an either or. He's guiding you and protecting you. And when you remember that, it's the beautiful thing that you can hold on to for your day. So, have confidence and know that even though you're walking through a hard time, God is protecting you and he's guiding you. And he's guiding you into the fullness of life. God bless.